Okay, so today in fifth lecture, we will going to see only two things: full length problem on piecemeal and try yourself illustration. Now today we have problem number 6. Problem number 6 goes like this way: A, B, and C carrying on business in the partnership decided to dissolve it on and from 31st March 2020. The following was their balance sheet on the date. On the balance sheet, we have two types of liability: capital liability in the form of capital balance of the partner and general reserve, and we also have a external liability in the form of creditors. So total we have a liability of 1,50,000. On the asset side, the important information is bank balance, and bank balance we have 26,000 with us. Further problem says, as per the arrangement with the bank, the partner were entitled to withdraw 8,000 immediately. 8,000 आप क्या करोगे? Immediately you can withdraw, and 18,000 after 14th May. ठीक है? So immediately you can use 8,000 for distribution of your liability, but the remaining 18,000 will be received after 14th May. It was decided that after keeping aside an amount of rupees 2,000 for estimated realization expenses, the available fund should be distributed amongst the partner as and when realized. So we have to make a provision of 2,000. Now following with the realization, so we have a realization, total 3 realization. On 30th April 2020, we are getting first realization of rupees 30,000. Total rupees 30,000. Because fixed asset and liability both will be realized. The second realization took place on 15th May 2020, and the total amount which we received is 76,000. And the third realization, which is the final one, we got total 44,000. Actual realization expenses was 1,400. You are required to submit a statement showing distribution of cash amongst the partner. Use surplus capital method, which is also known as excess capital method, which is also known as highest relative capital method. Prepare cash account showing about transaction. Prepare realization account and partners capital account. Okay, so let's move to the worksheet. Is it clear to all of you? Problem is clear?
Yes, sir.
Now moving to worksheet. First of all, we always make what? Statement of excess capital, and thereafter we will jump to a piecemeal distribution of cash. Now we have three partners here. The name of the partner is ABC. A, B, and C. Okay, and here we have actual capital with us. Actual capital is
40,000, 10,000,
10,000 and
20,000.
20,000. Okay. Now look at here. What is their PSR?
1:1:1.
Yes. In the entire problem, the PSR is not given, and as per the Partnership Act, it is said that in the absence of, partnership deed, all partner will be taken as equal partner. So here our PSR is 1:1:1. Okay. Apart from that, we also have a general reserve in our problem. So we will add general reserve. Now we have total general reserve of
60,000.
60,000. So this 60,000 will be divided as 20,000 each.
20,000.
Okay. So after this, our adjusted capital balance is 60,000 for Mr. A,
30,000,
Mr. B,
40,000.
for Mr. C. Now, this was the information which was already given in the question. Only thing is that we have bifurcated as per the PSR of the partners. Now our actual problem starts from here. Okay, so this is the information that we will going to take as a base information, because after an adjustment we got a adjusted capital balance. Now first step says calculation of unit value, which says adjusted capital divided by individual PSR. So here it will be 60,000 for Mr. A, 30,000 for Mr. B, and
40,000
for
for
Mr.
Mr. C.
C. Okay. Now let's see which is the smallest unit among these three.
30,000.
30,000. So 30,000 will be considered as a base year, base value, sorry. So 30 multiplied by 1 comes to 30,000, and this 30,000 will be repeated. Now we got excess capital, and the formula for calculating excess capital, as you all know, adjusted capital minus proportionate capital, first proportionate capital. So here yellow minus green comes to 30,000 for Mr. A. Mr. B don't have excess capital, and Mr. C have excess capital of 10,000. Okay. Now we got excess capital of two partners. So again we will going to follow the step. तो यहाँ पर हम क्या करेंगे बच्चे?
Unit value.
We have to calculate unit value once again. So for A it will be 30,000, for B 0, and for C it will be 10,000. Okay. Now we have to take a smallest unit among these two so that we can calculate our second proportionate capital. तो यहाँ पर smallest unit है 10,000. So 10,000 will be taken as a base value. So 10,000 multiplied by individual PSR. Here it will be 10,000, and for C again it will be 10,000. So we got ultimate excess capital, which says excess capital minus second proportionate capital. So here will be 0 for Mr. C, and for Mr. A we have to pay
20,000.
So coming to the order of payment, first of all we will pay 20,000 to Mr. A, then we will pay 20,000 to Mr. A and C, and then finally we will pay 60,000 to between 90,000 between A, B and C. Up to now everything is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now moving to piecemeal distribution of cash column. So we have a cash available with us. Let me increase the size of it so that you can see it properly. I think now it is visible clearly. So we have a creditors, and we have A, B and C. Let me delete this two column. This is extra column. Okay. Now balance for cash is 0. Why I'm saying 0? Because they have said very clearly that we have made an adjustment. We cannot take the entire bank balance, okay, immediately. So for that purpose we have to wait. We can able to realize our bank value in 2 installment. So accordingly our cash immediately is 0. So we will write 0. Otherwise we would have taken 26,000 cash column. Creditor is 20,000. A is 60,000. B is 30,000, and C is
40,000.
Okay. Now first of all we will go for first bank realization. Yeah, first bank withdrawal भी लिख सकते हैं. ठीक है, कितना विड्रॉ किया हमने?
8,000.
So now as soon as we got 8,000, first of all we will make a provision for realization expenses. So here I will write less
Provision for realization expenses.
Provision for realization expenses. How much we have to make? A sum of rupees
2000.
Okay. So sum of rupees 2000. So here cash available with us is 6000.
6000.
So this 6000 first of all we will going to give to creditor.
Creditors.
So let's pay to
Creditors.
creditors 6000. Here it will come 6000 and we don't have a cash with us and creditor balance is 14,000.
14,000.
Now we'll go for first realization. So I will write add first realization of assets. Okay. First realization of assets. It will give me a sum of rupees 20 plus 10. 30,000. If you want, you can write in the bracket also so that there will not be any kind of a confusion to all of you. 20,000. Then we have plus 10,000. So total we are getting how much? 30,000.
30,000.
So this 30,000 first of all we will pay to creditor. Okay? So the total cash available with us is 30,000. This 30,000 we will try to pay to first of all to creditor. 14,000, that is the balance of creditor. So we paid the entire 14,000. Now the balance which is remaining is 16,000 with us. Okay. And here we got 16,000. Okay. Now look at it in the problem. Very clearly written 60,000 and after that we have to pay statement of excess capital as per the statement of excess capital. खाली हमारे पास एक ही liability है, that is external liability in the form of creditor. Apart from that we don't have anything else. ठीक है? Now what we will do? We will pay as per first proportionate capital. First sorry अपना as per excess capital. Excess capital क्या कह रही है? 20,000 we pay to Mr. A. ठीक है? So Mr. A को हम पे करेंगे less paid to
A.
Mr. A a sum of rupees 16,000. Though we have to pay 20,000 but only cash available is 16,000. ठीक है? So we don't have a cash with us. It is a zero amount. Then we have 44,000 for A. Now second realization अब देखो यहाँ पर second realization taking place on 15th May and as per the arrangement with the bank we can able to withdraw 18,000 after 14th May. Okay, so we will do both the thing. We'll add second bank withdrawal a sum of rupees 18,000 and add second realization because both are happening on the same day. And that in the bracket we can write
52,000 plus 24,000.
52,000 plus
24,000.
56,000.
52,000, sir.
52,000 plus
24,000.
24,000. Okay, so total we are getting 76,000. Now the total cash available with us is 94,000.
4,000.
Now after having a cash with us, first of all we will give balance 4,000 to Mr. A, which is a part of ultimate excess capital. So I will write less paid to Mr. A, a sum of rupees 4,000. So here it comes rupees 4,000. So balance for A become 40,000 and cash available is 90,000.
90,000.
Okay. Now after paying ultimate excess capital, now we will pay second proportionate capital, which we have to pay between A and C, a sum of rupees 20,000. So here I will write less paid to Mr. A
A.
and Mr.
C.
C, a sum of rupees 20,000. So that will be given as 10,000 each. Okay. So after paying second proportionate capital, our cash balance available is 70,000 and the balance of all the three partners remains 30,000 each. Okay. Now let's see, after paying ultimate excess capital and second proportionate capital, the partner's capital remains to the level of first proportionate capital, 30,000 each. That means we are going on a right track. This is also a checkpoint for all of us, whether we have done something wrong or we are up to the mark. So let's pay to all partners. Okay, the entire 70,000 will be paid to all the partners. 70,000 divided by 3. Okay, so that will come
23,333.
Okay, only the last one will get 34.
4.
Okay, so now balance is 6,667.
7.
Okay, 6,667, and for the last one 6,666. Now we don't have a cash. We'll go for third realization. So I will write add third realization of asset
20,000 plus 24,000.
20,000 plus
24,000.
24,000. It will come total
44.
44,000. Now, before paying to all the partner, we have a adjustment which we have to do. That is, actual realization expenses was rupees 1,400. Though we made a provision of rupees 2,000, so there is a difference of 600 that will be add back to
third realization.
Yes, to third realization. Before finalizing everything, the adjustment should be done. So we will write add excess provision of realization expenses. That was 600. So total cash available with us is 44,600. Now this amount is paid to all the partners. So here we will write paid to all. Control V, 44,600 paid to all. We don't have a cash available with us. Now divide this 44,600 to all the partners.
14,867.
14,867.
867.
Okay.
Last 866.
14,867 and last one 66.
66.
Now let's see what is the total. Total is profit is how much?
8,200 to all the partners.
we got a realization profit 8,200 to all the partners. Now let's see the presentation. This is a profit, so let me put it into a red font so that you can able to see. Too small. Now I think you can able to see the entire problem in a bird view. Okay, this is a problem. Only thing is that in this problem is that we have learned one more thing, that is how you have to realize your bank account if there is an adjustment between a partners and a bank. So that is one thing we have learned in this problem. In all problem we will learn one point more, but moreover the basic structure of the problem will remain same. Sometime in a problem you will get only one liability, but there will be a lots of adjustment. But in another problem you will get a lots of liability to pay off and you will get a less adjustment. So accordingly the problem will be balanced. So it will be come for 20 marks. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now let's move to the homework problem. So this is a solution which I've already made for all of you. Okay. So now here ultimately surplus paid to the partner is 8,200 to each. Now this is the homework problem. This is unrecorded creditor to be paid and existing creditor to be forego some amount. The problem goes like this way: silver, tungsten and molybdenum were in a partnership till 31st March. Just a moment. There are three partners: silver, tungsten and molybdenum were in a partnership till 31st March 2020 when their balance sheet was as follows. They shared profit and loss in the ratio of 1/2 1/3 1/6. आपको पता लग गया रेशियो गया 3:2:1. रेशियो कितना हुआ 3:2:1. ठीक है, ये पहले प्रॉब्लम में एक बार मैंने कराया था. Then on the liability side we have all the three forms of liability: capital liability, internal liability, and we have a two type in external liability. On the asset side, the only important information is cash balance available with us. Banker could realize only 68, 70 में से 68 चला गया, तो आपका पेमेंट करने के लिए कितना बचा? बैंक ओवरड्राफ्ट में only 2,000. So only 2,000 we will going to pay, or we will going to write balance in the column of bank overdraft while paying a piecemeal distribution of cash. Okay. Now this four realization is very simple. You can able to see it. Three realization, sorry, and the fourth realization in that a 5,000 data were sold to Mr. Moli only. So it is considered as good as inflow of cash. A sum of rupees 2,500 kept as a reserve. Actual expenses was rupees 2,000. This is important. Thereafter, a creditor of 8,000 agreed to forego rupees 2,000. Okay. So total creditor is 16. 16 minus 2 comes to 14,000 bacha. Okay. After that, unrecorded creditor of rupees 1,000 had to be admitted. So 16 minus 2, because RDR के आपके क्रेडिटर ऐसे थे जिन्होंने बोला कि चलो 2,000 आपको डिस्काउंट दिया, माफ करो. सो अभी हमको पता नहीं कौन से RDR में इसमें क्या है, बट हमको इतना पता है कि 16 में 8,000 भी इंक्लूड है. सो 16 minus 2 जो 2,000 का डिस्काउंट मिला प्लस 1,000 which is recorded later, admitted later. So total sundry creditors is 15,000 which we have to pay while making a statement of piecemeal distribution of cash. And the rest of the problem is simple. If you have Any problem? You can ask me. I hope you can able to do this problem.